Let me tell you something right now. Respect is not given, it is commanded. And if you feel like people keep walking all over you, keep treating you like you don't matter, I need you to listen to me closely. This ends today. I don't care who they are. Friends, family, co-workers, a relationship. No one has the right to look down on you, to use you, to make you feel less than who you are. But let's be honest, people will treat you however you allow them to. And that's the first thing we're going to fix right now. I'm about to give you 9 lessons that will make sure no one, and I mean no one, ever disrespects you again. Lesson 1, stop explaining yourself to people who don't deserve it. There comes a time in your life when you must stop explaining yourself to people who don't deserve it. I'm talking about the ones who question your every move, who doubt your choices, who act like they are entitled to a justification for every decision you make. Listen to me, you do not owe them an explanation. Not for who you are, not for what you do, not for where you are headed. Yet so many people fall into this trap. They spend their lives trying to defend themselves against people who have already made up their minds. Trying to convince someone who has no intention of understanding you is like trying to fill a bottomless cup. No matter how much you pour in, it will never be enough. And let me tell you the truth, plain and simple. If someone doesn't respect you before the explanation, they won't respect you after it either. Think about how much time you've wasted explaining yourself to people who don't even care. You tell them why you made a certain choice and they twist your words. You defend yourself against an accusation and they act like they didn't hear a thing. You justify why you walked away from a toxic situation, and instead of support, they question you more. It's a cycle, a never-ending, exhausting cycle that drains your energy, steals your peace, and leaves you feeling empty. Why do we do this? Why do we feel the need to explain ourselves to people who will never truly listen? The answer is simple. We want to be understood. It's human nature. We don't want to be misjudged. We don't want people to think the worst of us. We want to be seen in the right light. But here's the hard truth. Not everyone deserves that level of access to you. Not everyone deserves to know your reasoning, your emotions, or your journey. Some people are committed to misunderstanding you. No matter how clearly you explain yourself, they will find a way to twist your words. No matter how much proof you give, they will still doubt you. No matter how much effort you put into showing your heart, they will still assume the worst. So why waste your breath? Why waste your energy? If someone truly values you, they won't need an explanation to respect your decisions. You ready? They will trust that you have a reason for what you do. But those who keep demanding explanations, those who question your every move, they are not looking for understanding. They are looking for control. You ever notice how people who constantly ask for explanations rarely give you one in return? They expect you to justify yourself, but they never feel the need to do the same. That's not respect. Through certain skills, that's a game. And the only way to win that game is to stop playing it. When you stop explaining yourself, you take your power back. You stop seeking approval from those who don't matter. You stop feeling like you need to defend your choices to people who have no say in your life. You free yourself from the need to be understood by those who are not worthy of understanding you. Think about the greatest people in history, the leaders, the visionaries, the legends. Do you think they stopped to explain themselves to every doubter? No, because if they had, they would have never moved forward. They would have been stuck, wasting their breath on people who had already made up their minds. They didn't beg for validation. They didn't justify every step they took. They simply moved forward, with or without the approval of others. And that's exactly what you need to do. You don't need to explain why you are working on yourself. If they don't see your growth, that's their problem. You don't need to explain why you walked away from toxic people. If they don't understand, that's their loss. You don't need to explain why you're choosing peace over drama. If they don't respect it, let them stay in chaos while you rise above. Some people will call you cold. Some will say you've changed. Some will act like you're the villain in their story. Let them. You are not responsible for fixing someone's perception of you. You are only responsible for living your truth. Understand this. The more you explain yourself, the less people respect you. It sounds harsh, but it's reality. People respect those who stand firm in their decisions. They respect those who don't feel the need to justify every move they make. When you stand strong without explaining, it sends a message. I don't need your approval. I know who I am. And that kind of energy, that commands respect. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if they get the wrong idea? What if they think I'm being rude? What if they assume something that isn't true? Let them. The truth will always reveal itself in time. Real ones will know your heart. Real ones will see your value. The ones who truly matter won't need an explanation. They will understand you simply by watching how you move. And the ones who refuse to see, they were never meant to be in your life in the first place. So from this moment on, stop explaining yourself. You don't owe anyone a reason for your growth. You don't owe anyone a justification for your peace. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you choose yourself. Move in silence, let your actions speak, and watch how the world shifts in your favor. Lesson 2. Set boundaries like your life depends on it, because it does. There is a reason why so many people feel drained, disrespected, and taken advantage of. It's because they don't have boundaries. Or worse, they have them but don't enforce them. The truth is, boundaries are not just something nice to have, they are a necessity. They are the difference between living a life of strength or living a life where you are constantly being used, manipulated, and controlled by others. When you don't set boundaries, you are giving people permission to walk all over you. You are telling them, you can treat me however you want, and I will still be here. And people will take advantage of that. They will push as far as you allow them to. They will test you to see how much they can get away with. If you don't set limits, they will keep taking and taking and taking until there is nothing left of you. You have to understand something about people. Most of them are not thinking about what's best for you. They are thinking about what's best for them. If you allow them to overstep, they will. If you allow them to disrespect you, they will. If you allow them to dump their problems on you, drain your energy, and make everything about them, they will. Not because they are necessarily bad people, but because you never made it clear where the line was. And here's the hardest part. You don't realize how bad it is until you are completely exhausted. You start feeling tired all the time. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. You feel resentful, but you don't say anything because you've trained yourself to put others before yourself. You keep giving and giving, hoping that one day they'll see your worth and treat you better. But they won't. Not until you demand it. Boundaries are not about controlling others. They are about controlling yourself. They are about making a decision that says, I refuse to be disrespected. I refuse to be treated like I don't matter. I refuse to pour into others while leaving myself empty. That is what boundaries are. Self-respect in action. You don't need to announce your boundaries to everyone. You don't need to beg people to respect you. You just need to decide what you will and won't allow, and then stand on that decision. When someone crosses the line, you address it immediately. If they keep doing it, you remove them. That's it. No long explanations, no back and forth, no begging for them to see your worth. The people who benefit from your lack of boundaries will call you mean, selfish, or rude when you finally enforce them. Let them. The ones who get angry when you set limits are the very ones who are taking advantage of you. They liked the version of you that tolerated their disrespect. They liked the version of you that always said yes, even when you wanted to say no. They liked the version of you that made their life easier at the cost of your own. But you are no longer that person. You have to be willing to disappoint people. You have to be okay with not being liked by everyone. You have to stop worrying about what others think and start prioritizing yourself. Because the reality is, if you don't set boundaries, the wrong people will take over your life, and the